Yeah, don't try to steal my thunder. I got this. Yeah, you ain't gonna get my 25-cent raise, I can tell you that. What is going on, y'all? Jason over here at Cog Hill Farm. Hope you're having the best day ever today. This is my official last day of being solo. Got all the morning chores done, and well, got a new little problem that has popped up here on the farm. And one that really caught me surprised. Matter of fact, this one had me scratching my head last night, and let me tell you why. Cause I thought Jesse was a magician. I did. Yeah, I was just telling everybody that I thought you had some superpowers. I did. Thought you had some superpowers. I'm gonna tell them what you did last night, okay? Or yesterday evening during the evening chores. Oh my goodness. I tell you, it really did freak me out there for a minute. It did. Yeah. Oh goodness, here comes the crew. Yeah, they want to mess with the camera. Right, honey? Yeah, you and Jesse don't do that kind of stuff, do you? Oh goodness. All right, let me go tell them what's going on and why I thought you was, well, we already know you special, but I mean like super special. Yesterday evening, did all the evening time chores. Y'all know, if you don't know what that is, I did a two-part video basically. First one was the morning time chores, just the in-depth detail of what it was like, or what it's like doing the morning chores here by yourself, really. And then the second part was the evening chores, what it was like, or what it's like, an in-depth look at what it's like to do the evening chores here. In the evening times, you know, I do feed Honey and Jesse, the goats, and the boys, shake and bake, the two emus over here. They get fed in the evening time. Well, I put this sweet thing right here up because, well, she thinks every morsel of food on this farm belongs to her. Everyone. And so, well, she tries to take, oh goodness, she tries to take everybody's feed. So I put her up. Y'all know, I've seen me do it. I get me a handful of those blueberry treats that one of y'all sent me, and I come right on inside in here, and I put them treats right here in lovely Loretta's bowl. And then she'll come in here like she's doing now, and I'll shut this gate, right? Yeah. Yeah. I know, you something special. Well, after I shut her gate, of course, the goats have already been locked up. They're eating in their stall. Then I go lock the boys up down here on this last stall, shake and bake. And then Jesse and Honey eat over here where you see this red and orange bowl. And I'll just, you know, do stuff, go groom pocket, clean up stalls, whatever I need to do while they eat. When they get done eating, I'll let everybody out. So that all sounds very typical, nothing out of the ordinary, and it was. Now, I don't know if y'all remember earlier in the week, I think it was the morning time video, chore video, where I said we were closing this pasture off to let it rest and let the grass start coming back up and then move whatever animals that need to graze on it can graze on it. Well, as you can see, I'm over here, and so are the animals. So you may be thinking, Farmer Jason, what happened? Well, let me tell you. Before, well, number one, this gate was shut, but I did use it to put Snow White and the girls up. I come out their gate, I come over here, this was shut now, mind you. Look out, baby. I mean, we gotta do a reenactment, you know, kind of like they do on them unsolved mystery shows. They used to come out in the 80s and stuff. Yeah. All right, so this gate was shut. I come out of Snow White and them stall, and then I come over here, open this up, and I lock this back, okay? Locked. I come over here, I let Loretta out, then I go let Shake and Bake out, and then that's that. Well, I walked all the way back around to the back side of the barn here, and I double checked the cows' waters and everybody's water and whatnot, and I come back inside the barn. And I said, uh-oh, I forgot to put Snow White and her little friends up. I need to go do that and shut that stall door. Well, I turned around and I come back out and I start walking this way. And lo and behold, I realized something just like it is right now. Just like it is. See, Jessie got my memo. She knew we were going to do this reenactment here. Jessie was on this side of the pasture. And I thought, how in the world did I miss this? Honey's over here, Shake and Bake's over here, Loretta's over here. Jessie is on that side. And I thought either Jessie can walk through walls or fences. She either jumped over the fence, she either opened the gate, let herself out and shut the gate, or I had left this gate open, and when I came back over here to let the Snow White and them out, I shut it, and Jessie was already over there and I didn't know it. And so that's how she got over there and nobody else did. And I was like, gosh, I just don't know how that happened. I just don't see how Jessie could have been that quick and me not see her. I just didn't get it. So I thought, well, maybe that's the only thing that could have happened. I let Jessie out this gate by mistake and didn't know it. And when I turned my back for a few seconds and did something, she'd already crossed over and I just didn't pay any attention, went through here, shut the gate, blah, 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 put Snow White and them up, everything's fine. Well, what I ended up doing is just opening up the gate and letting Jessie back over. Still didn't think nothing about it. Well, I shut the gate back. The next day was morning time chores. And I came over, like I always do, fed Loretta in her stall, came over here, opened up this stall here, and I let the goats out. Same, nothing's changed, everything's the same. Same old, went about my business, whatever I needed to do that morning, feeding everybody and whatnot. So I'm gonna go do the chicken chores. I walk out the front of the barn door here, and I look over, and there are the goats, or most of them, are in this pasture. The gate's shut. I thought, well, there's no way that Jessie has superpowers and half my goat herd has superpowers. I can see one, but not all of them. And I thought, we got something here that I'm missing. And so I walked back over here. I double checked, of course, this gate is shut. And as I'm walking, I see the problem. This right here. Yeah. You know, this is some high strength fence, and I am, well, I've already said earlier this week that Loretta has kind of pushed on that fence over there where Jessie and Honey eat, and then I'm gonna have to fix it. And I kind of, right off the bat, blamed her a little bit, but y'all, I don't think this is all her fault. Now the goats and the donkeys, but mainly the goats, they'll come through here. And if y'all own goats, you know what I'm talking about, but they'll put all their weight on it and they'll scrub all the way down it and they'll turn around and come back this way and do it. And even though we got their scratching post, which is right behind Miss Jessie here, right there, they still will come over here and rub up and down this fence. But Loretta does it too. And Loretta, what do you think? Do you think Loretta's she's a little beefier than the goats, don't you think? I don't know why I'm whispering because Loretta's deaf. She can't hear me, no. So I thought, well, Loretta did this. Or maybe the combination of both Loretta and the goats, not the donkeys. Y'all really don't scrub up against it. And then, oh gosh, I'm like, well, regardless, I gotta fix it. But when I'm over here looking at it, y'all, I don't think it was all them, because y'all look at this. I just don't see how this fence broke. I think this fence had a weak spot in it, because it literally looks like it was cut with wire cutters. Speaking of using the scratching post, y'all look. See there? Honey knows what it's for. You know? Don't she, Jesse? Yeah, you and Honey. Y'all just don't cause much trouble, do you? No, you don't cause much trouble. But look at this. Y'all see how that's done right there? Look at that. Look up here. You see that? Now this up here, I just don't see any marks on these. Now that one would really be hard to break. But y'all look down here. So this bottom wire right here, this is twice as thick down here. And look, I mean, look at that. I swear it looks like it was cut, don't it? I know it wasn't cut, but that's what it looks like. So regardless, we gotta get this fixed, Jesse. And the best way I know how right now, even though my fence down there has lost all its tension, and be honest with y'all, I really don't feel like pulling a whole nother roll of fencing right now for this. I really don't. So losing its tension is really not that big of a deal, honestly, because I have plans on building or putting a gate in between. That's Loretta. This pasture and the pond pasture. That way I can rotate these two pastures without going into, you know, this pasture. So I got 3 pastures here. We got this one, the main goat pasture. We got this one, the one I wanted to rest. And then we got the pond pasture. And the only way I can get from point A, the goat pasture, to point C, the pond pasture, is to go through point B, this pasture right here. And, you know, I just wasn't thinking when I did that, but I do want to put a gate in over there, and it don't have to be a big gate. It can be a little gate for those guys. So I was going to cut that, and this was going to lose this tension and re-pull it anyways. But for the time being, y'all, I have got to get this fixed. I need to let this pasture rest over here. It needs some rest, and let it do its thing, start growing and getting built up. And we can put the horses on it, we can put the donkeys on it, put the goats on it, whatever it is we need to do. But I want to let that pasture rest right there. So I got to get this fixed. And you may be going, well, Farmer Jason, how are you going to do that, brother? Well, I got 2 options. I can splice me in a piece of this fencing. I got some of this fencing down yonder somewhere, and I could do that and patch it that way. Or I could just put a cattle panel right here, which I got extra cattle panels, and put it right here. And I'm really leaning towards putting the cattle panel right here. I think that will be the easiest thing. And I think I got one that's already cut. We're gonna go check our cattle panel inventory here in just a second and get this put up and fix this issue right here. Listen, I didn't blame you 100%, okay? I said you may have helped in this issue, you know? You may have helped contribute. But that's all right, because we all a team. Yep, the good and the bad, we're all a team. Yes, we are. All right, let me get this fixed, okay? I'm gonna finish opening up this gate. I don't need you to tear it up. Come on, Holly, let's go. Let's go look at our cattle panel inventory. You ready? Yeah, see what we got. I think we got one that's gonna work. I do. I hope. I hope. All right, girl, here is our cattle panel inventory. Those are all full sizes, but this right here is what I'm looking for. Holly, this right here. You know what I didn't do though? I didn't measure, and I should have. That's too short, I can tell you. That's going, I don't think that's long enough. I don't. Holly, I think we're 8 foot. This right here is 88 inches, so not quite 7.5 right there. Should we take this one and see first? Let's take it. Let's take it. It may work. We may get it to work, Holly. May get it to work. I can't remember for 10 foot or 8 foot. That's gonna be close. And you may be asking yourself, why don't I just get a full piece? Well, it's 16 foot. A full cattle panel, average normal cattle panel, is 16 foot. And it's kind of hard to maneuver 16 foot. I would have to drag it over there for sure. I think it's gonna work. See, I don't think that's a full where it's messed up. A full 8 or 10 foot, because it's right there where the H post is. You see what I'm saying? I know you do. She understands me. Before I go dragging it over here, let's see. Come on, work, 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 work. Oh yeah. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. So I need a stapler. I'm gonna go get it, and gonna need some clips. I think I'm just gonna leave this piece on here. Honestly, I really do. I don't see cutting it out. I'm gonna fix this, fix that. All right, let's go grab the stapler. All right. I'm gonna drop this off here. We're gonna get this fixed up. Yes, we are. And my dog, well, let's just say, she's taking a break. Holly, girl, listen, we got work we gotta do. It's not break time yet. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl. Atta girl. Come on. Now, stapler, right? Clips. What else am I forgetting? Stapler, clips. That's it, isn't it? That's what I think. Yeah. Don't let me forget anything, though. I want to tell y'all, you know, doing the chores, the normal farm chores, taking care of the animals and the garden, you know, that's not quite that bad. It does take twice as long, obviously, but it's not quite that bad. I tell you what gets you is, you know, we all have our own things we do with the animals, but we all got our own chores we do around the house. So that's gone. So most of the time, I do most of the laundry. Brooke does most of the cooking, of course, the groceries, and you know, help keeping the house clean, and we all kind of share that responsibility. And then Mary Carl, she does the dishes. That's one of her main chores, is the dishes. Well, guess who's doing all that while they're not here? Me, of course. So you think about just the animals, but you forget about, and I forgot about, I didn't think it was going to be that big a deal, but breakfast, lunch, supper, and then washing the dishes, putting the dishes up, keeping my clothes clean. Yeah, among other things, keeping the house clean. It's full time. It is. I honestly feel like I have gotten absolutely nothing accomplished while they've been gone. I tell you, one of my biggest things, I thought, honestly, didn't we, Holly? I thought I was going to record not one, but 2 kids' videos while they were gone. Boy, was I sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken. That really threw a monkey wrench. I just thought I could do it. I thought I had plenty of time. And I didn't think, well, first thing was I don't have to edit Brooks' videos, and we're not doing any live streams, so that's going to free up some time. Yeah, it freed up time so I could do everything else we all do as a team around here. Oh goodness, this is the last day though. Last day for being solo, right? Yeah. Holly said she would do the dishes if she had fingers. I know she would. All right, let's get our stapler. Anytime I get to use some super cool power tools, I'm game. You know, I got the stapler here that we recently got not that long ago. And I love this thing, quite honestly. Now we gotta grab some staples. Oh, which are right here. All right, shouldn't take that many. All right, girl, I'm gonna shut this door. Now, I do got the garage door open a little bit so Pink can go in and out as she pleases. But let me tell y'all what's happening. If I leave a door open, if I leave this garage door open all the way or this door open, the darn peacocks are getting where they come in there. That's just something we don't need to add to the mix, is it, girl? No, not at all. All right, we gotta speak to the babies while we're over here. What's going on, you three? Y'all doing all right? That breeze feels good today. It does. Temperature, we're gonna get in the mid-high 70s today, and we got a breeze which feels great. Only thing is our humidity is 2015. Yeah, dew point's like 75. Yeah. It is muggy, to say the least. Very muggy. Alabama weather, right, girl? Yeah. All right. Listen, you hold the fence up while I staple it, okay? Hey, before we go fix this fence, we gotta show everybody something. We're gonna make a U-turn right here. All right, I have to show y'all because the roses are just putting on more and more blooms, as you can see. Look at this. Isn't this awesome? How beautiful is this, right? Oh my gracious. And on camera does not do it justice of what it actually looks like in person, but this is unreal. Unreal. I mean, look back here. Look at that. We've never had that, ever. And you look over here, you can see that one back there. Awesome, 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 right? Good gracious. And I want to show y'all the pink drift roses. They're starting to put on a show too. And you can see these in the foreground and these in the background. How gorgeous that is. Love it, love it. But I just had to show y'all the roses while we were over here. And my urn has tilted a little bit. So I gotta fix that. It wasn't like that. I was level when I installed it or moved it over here. I put a level on it. But it has since shifted just a hair there. It's not bad. But gosh, look at the roses. Look at this. And to think, I almost pulled these guys out this fall or this early spring. And I will say this. I give all the credit to Brooke. Brooke told me not to do it. She thought I'll wait till the fall, this fall, 2026 fall. She said, go ahead and let them bloom, you know, because they're going to bloom with the powdery mildew. Just let them bloom, do their thing, and then pull them up. And yeah. Okay. Oh, one more thing while I'm back here. We'll go fix the fence. I know if I don't tell y'all or show y'all now, I will totally forget me. Look at this. But back here in the back, let me show y'all. Number one, do I got any strawberries? Yeah. I've been getting about 5 a day. There's one right there. see here. Is that one? No, that one's not quite. That one's not quite. This one is right here. We're only gonna get 2 today. 3. 3 today. Oh, you can see the portulaca's doing awesome. Right back here in the window boxes. They love this spot. Super hot, super dry. It is just perfect for them. That's not what I wanted to show y'all. We're having squirrel moments back here, but y'all just ignore that. I wanted to show you the tomatoes. Look at here. How awesome they look back here. Here, here, here. I planted that one late, so that's why that one's smaller. Okay, don't pay attention to that. Now, that's not what I wanted to show y'all. I wanted to show y'all our squash. Look, it's up. It's up. That one's fixing to put on its true leaf over there. That one's just a little bit late, but it's coming right there. And look at our cucumbers. Look at here. We got them coming up out through here. So cucumbers are up and squash are up right there. Oh, one more thing. Then we're going to fix that fence right here. What is this, Jason? What is this? This is an aviary that was built several years ago. And there is a room that goes inside the garage that was built for these birds. So this is an aviary. This is one of Mary Craw's. This is one of her places that, you know, you can't help but see. But, you know, she kind of wants her things to be private. But that's what that is over there. That is an aviary right there that's got some of her special birds in it. And they go in and out as they please. And it's actually heated and cooled in that room over there. But yeah, that's what that is. That's not the house. This is the house right here. That's the garage. And there's a room built in there. Right there. I meant to tell y'all that the other day. And come on, girl. Come on. Look how good the herbs look too. Best this garden's ever looked back here. Not even close. Not even close. Best this garden's looked back here too, y'all. I need to cut this grass. I like it for it to be a little tall, but I need to cut it. I really do. Just have not had time since Brooke and me Carl been home. I'm gonna miss these strawberries when they quit producing, because I literally eat them every day. Hey, I wouldn't say the damage they caused over there is arrest worthy, okay? But they did cause some property damage. So you know, at least a citation, a warning or something, all right? Okay, just letting you know. It does not need to go, you know, without some type of, you know, punishment of some sort, okay? All right, appreciate you, buddy. Can y'all hear Ernest? I mean, oh, yes, Ernest. Ernest. He's grunting. Y'all hear it? Definitely a boy. That's what boy emus, that's the sound they make. At one time, he was DNA tested. You know, anything, it's not 100%, you know. At one time, we thought he might be a girl, and that's why him and Nugget don't get along. But, that's definitely a grunt. Definitely a grunt. So definitely a boy. He's just steadily grunting over there. Oh, let's see if I can get this. If we get this thing fixed up here without any extra help, you know. And y'all, all this is gonna be temporary. This is not permanent. Look out there, Bo. I gotta fix y'all's little secret entrance up here. I mean, this thing is perfect. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything more perfect than that. I mean, literally, could not. If I were to cut one, I wouldn't cut it no better than this. Go on, I don't want you to get hurt. All right, let's go get us some clips. And so far, my help has been minimum, which is awesome, by the way. Not that I don't mind help, but I don't want people trying to get my 25-cent raise, you know what I mean? Been working too hard on that. Oh goodness, I spoke too soon. Yeah, I spoke too soon. Y'all, I just said I didn't need any help, and here I go. Loretta, seriously? Seriously, look, there's a scratching post for that. I'm working right here. I'm working right here. Yeah. It's construction zone. You don't even have a hard hat on. You ever mess with these fence clips? I don't care which kind you get. Getting one out is not the easiest thing. Now, you could help me with that if you wanted to. Getting these clips out. No, not my camera. Goodness gracious. I know this isn't the prettiest thing, and we're going to fix it properly. But for now, this is going to get me by until I can fix it. Oh, gosh. Not my camera. Yeah. Go find your waller. Yeah, don't try to steal my thunder. I got this. Yeah, you ain't gonna get my 25-cent raise, I can tell you that. I'm gonna forget it. I think that's it. I don't think that's going anywhere. Put one more up here. Put one more up here, Loretta. Now, right there. I really need to put one down yonder. If you'd move, thank you. No. Not my camera. Goodness gracious. You're getting me filthy. You're gonna make me have to wash these jeans tonight. Loretta, I don't need your help. I don't. I got it. I got it. I know how to do this. I don't. Listen, you don't have to tell me. I know what I'm doing. I've done this many a time. Yeah. Just like that. See there? It's in. It's in. But I appreciate you, though. If y'all are looking for some good farm help, I know somebody. Right here. She will work for treats, I can tell you that. Let's see here what I can do on this side to possibly keep this from becoming a hazard. Yeah, we got this too. And just bend these around. That way they won't poke anybody. Like so. Now I know I'm not gonna attempt to try to get these guys out of that pasture today. I'll have to wait till this evening when I put everybody up this evening. I might have some help. I don't know exactly what time Brooke and Mary Carr are gonna get back, but I may have some help, you know. But for now, this is gonna work right here. Temporary. Temporary. Not only can Loretta install a fence, she can also take them down for you too. Just putting that out there. Hell, girl, I figure I'd give you a brushing. Yeah. Give you a good brushing. Figured you'd like that, huh? Yeah. I figured you would. I knew you would. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I want to tell you something now. They tore that fence up over yonder in the goat pen, and I fixed it, okay? And I fixed it without spending a dime. We had a piece of old cattle panel over yonder that worked perfectly. I know they was all over there, you know, acting like they was working on it. You know, they wouldn't. You know, sometimes you see folks on the side of the road and there one fellow with a shovel and 6 guys around him. I know how that works. Oh yeah, you look beautiful now. All right, hope you enjoyed your brushing And yeah, don't listen to them over yonder. They ain't fixed that fence. Well, y'all, appreciate y'all hanging out with me, not only today, but this entire week. You have no idea. Again, Brooke and Mary Carl should be home later on this evening, and I cannot wait for them to be home. I miss them, I miss them, I miss them, but I do appreciate your company. Y'all have been a lifesaver for me. Hope you enjoyed not only today's video, but this whole week. It was a little struggle, I will say that. I'm not gonna tell you no tale. It was a little rough. It was a little rough, wasn't it there, Ernest? It was, but we got it done. I'm sorry the videos were later than normal, but we should be back on a regular scheduled program. I may miss one video this week because I'm gonna work on a kids video this week, but I'll be sure to let you guys know if that's the case. In the meantime, we love y'all, appreciate y'all, hope you have the best day ever, and y'all be good.